Alright, I have also clicked record.
I've got the desktop audio and my audio capture too.
Alright, so for Cloyster, I'm expecting to have just a few difficulties throughout the run. The first difficulty I think I'm going to run into is probably Surge, because my special is not the highest, my speed is not the highest, and at this point I have never been able to buy like calcium. So
Ah,
I'm up to his mercy about thunderbolts. Then I imagine I was trying to think the whole entire run, and I actually caught myself on the slowpoke trainer is probably going to be a difficulty because I'm not going to have.
what's your special stat in Gen 1? Is it 85?
Yeah.
On the remakes, the special attack is 85, but special defense is 45, so I have it even worse.
Ouch. Yeah. I imagine the slowpoke in Rock Tunnel is going to use confusion, and that's going to suck. Then
Oh yeah.
after that, it's probably just going to be rival 5, 6, and champion because of Alakazam.
Uh, I predict Brock is going to be quite tricky unless I can take his Onyx down with Aurora Beam. I don't start with any water moves. Actually, since the next water move I'll be getting isn't Water Gun and Mount Moon. That was replaced with Bullet Seed. It's Water Pulse from Misty. I think Surge is going to be extremely difficult because a water type. Erica's good. I don't think Erica will be difficult because I'll have ice moves.
So that's
Erga,
the
I'm not
thing
so
about
sure about.
Erica. I don't know. Since we're in the slow level up group, our level is going to be low, and we're only going to have Aurora Beam, which isn't the greatest ice move. And then for Gen 1 at least, Victory Bell is going to be able to Razor Leaf crit. So Erica is either going to be a real hit or miss.
Yeah. On the in Gen 1, the crit rate is based on or base speed divided by 64, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The remakes, it was just changed to 1 in 16, but if it's a high crit move, I think it's 1 in 8.
That's not much higher.
It's still doubled, but yeah. So I probably won't be seeing as many crits as you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know which starter that you decided to go with, but I decided to go with the Venusaur.
Or Rival will have Venusaur.
Yeah.
Uh, on my runs, I just always replace the Bulbasaur. You want me to change it?
No, 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 that's fine. I don't think it's going to make a major advantage.
Oh, they're all hard.
Yeah, I
Even
also
if,
agree.
because even if I'm facing against the Charizard, I'm still specially brittle, and I'm only neutral to Flamethrower.
See, I was
Fire
trying to think
Blast.
I might have an advantage because I might be able to take Bulbasaur down with Blizzard, but now I have a disadvantage because now that there's a Gyarados on the opponent's team, whereas for you have to deal with both Gyarados and the Executor.
Yeah. I think out of the three, like Charizard is just really bad. I know in the champion fight he's got Fire Blast and a flying type. I think it's Aerial Ace. Remember what made the Elite Four in the champion and the remake so difficult? It's mainly the champion because even if you decide to use like double team, even if you're at a high level, his Pokemon have no miss moves. Like his Pidgeot has Aerial Ace, and so does his Charizard.
Yeah, and then I also have no idea how the Agatha battle's gonna go because I don't have a ground move or a
Can't even
psychic
use
move.
ground moves. Gengars have Levitate.
Right? Not that it matters in this run.
Oh, it does not.
So wait, what is the best move in Gen 3 to take down Gengar if it's not Earthquake or Dig?
I'd say against the Agatha, probably Psychic.
Oh, I don't know what
Honestly,
their special defense is Is it lower than their special attack, I assume?
I don't know. I don't have base stats memorized.
Hmm.
From what I've noticed, when they split special into the attack and defense, one of the two stats will keep the original special number, and the other one will get something different. Cloyster special is 85. My special attack is 85.
Yeah. I noticed
Just
most
saying.
of them when they split, the higher numbers usually the attack. Some I
One of
think there's
the times
very
I've seen,
few
yeah,
where the defense has gone up.
I've seen them though.
Oh yeah, they exist.
I think while I'm doing this run, I'm gonna be fighting basically everybody.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually skip most battles and only fight the ones where I have a distinct advantage.
The reason I'm gonna do that is because, mainly because, in Leaf Green, like, I route out Leaf Green differently than I do Emerald. Because in Emerald, like, you can't rematch trainers, so if you have to be a high level for the Elite Four, you have to grind for literally the entire game. But in Leaf Green, you get the Versus Seeker, so I could just grind on trainers.
Yeah, and for me, if you have to battle every single trainer in the game, it's probably going to be a first stage Pokemon, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. There is still a chance I may have to do a Versus Seeker grind, because when I did the Kanto birds, they all needed a grind. Like, Zapdos' minimum level for the league, I think, was 73.
Well, your worst matchup would be a Thunderbolt. Can you think of anything in the end that has a Thunderbolt?
Let me think. Well,
Or an electric attack?
Champion does not have an electric Pokemon. Not sure if one. No, I don't think Lance's Dragonair has electric moves.
Doesn't one of them
I'm
have
not sure.
Thunderbolt?
Not entirely
I
sure. I
thought
have
one
an
of them.
image of it on my
Oh,
computer.
I thought one of them had Ice Beam and one of them had Thunderbolt.
Let me look. I have an image of him. Lance. Here it is. Right. Okay, so his two Dragonair, his first one has a Outrage, Dragon Rage, Hyper Beam, Safeguard, and the other one's Safeguard, Outrage, Hyper Beam, and Thunder Wave.
Huh, that's worse than I expected.
I'd be kind of scared if they had Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I mean, Thunderbolt's like an instant KO, especially since your special's even lower.
Hyper Beam is physical.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm
So
not
the
too.
other weaknesses are fighting and rock, which, as I mentioned,
Bruno's going to be a nightmare.
really? You can't just sweep his team with Ice Beam and Surf?
Like, I hope so, but I thought that about some Pokemon in the past. To ended up needing to grind because first Onix has Rock Tomb, his Hitmonchan has Rock Tomb, and Counter, which hits any physical moves back. Machamp also has Rock Tomb. His Onix has Earthquake and Iron Tail.
Well, they
It'll
all.
still be easy, but
I
you
don't
can't
know. I
underestimate it.
don't know if their special defense has gone up or down after the split, but if you don't one shot them,
Pretty
it
sure
will be a
there's
problem.
yeah. I'm pretty sure their special defense has gone down. I'm not sure. I'd have to look.
Because it was pretty low before. Like, there's a few
Just look up
Pokemon that have
Machamp's
some
base stats.
abysmal special defense, and the ones that I could think of are Hitmonchan and Kangaskhan.
Load. Special defense of 85, special attack of 65. So it looks like their special defense was raised. At least Machamp.
Well, that would explain why you weren't able to one shot them.
Ah. Just need to be aware.
Yeah. Luckily, the fighting types will be physical moves.
That is true. At least a lot of Cloyster's weaknesses, except for grass and electric, are physical. There's rock,
Yeah.
steel,
On my overlay, you
lightning.
can
Those
see
are
it's
physical.
electric, grass, fighting, and rock. 2 and 2.
And steel.
Oh, right. I don't have to worry
Water.
about rock or dark and steel.
Yeah. You don't really see steel moves in the game, even in the remakes. You see dark moves a lot more often since Bite was changed to dark.
Other than Steel Wing and Iron Tail, I can't even think of steel moves.
Anything else you wanted to discuss?
No, I think I'm gonna hit the restroom and we can get started.
Alright, also, are you going to be using Pokédoll?
Using what? Oh, yes.
Pokédoll?
Oh, if you can't do it, then I won't.
Because, I have to do it, the Rocket Hideout.
Okay. I was going to visit the Rocket Hideout. I might as well just do it. I just need a little bit of a refresher. There is a guy behind a desk that has one of the passwords, like way in the top left. I can't remember the second person who's got a key, or is it just the one lift key?
You talk to that one grunt and he'll drop the key. But
So,
I think you
okay,
have to talk
it's
to him
just the
again.
guy in the top left. Okay.
I think you have to talk to him a second time, though.
Yeah, I know that. Ironically, there's a funny glitch. If you talk to him on the left, he'll drop it on top of you.
Drop it under you, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
in the remakes, they changed it to where, just drops it right away. Is everything good to go? Let's see.
All right. All right, I'm back. I also got a notification, so I'm gonna move my phone away.
On my screen, I'm not going to be able to see your Discord screen share because
Oh,
I'm going to have
right.
my move set
I
up.
should also put my screen share off. That way, it's not graphically intensive on your computer.
On your computer, yeah.
Well, mine doesn't matter. I I run 4 monitors and I run a lot of things at once all the time. I've got rid of most of the background things here. I used to be able to when I played with my friends, I would have them share screens and I would watch them play while I was playing too. I don't know if
Dang.
your computer's capable of that, but
Oh, my computer could. It's a question of my internet.
ah,
It's pretty bad. I'm connected to my phone's hotspot because Wi-Fi tends to drop out on voice calls.
okay. All right, I am going to get started.
Right? Should we just do a countdown and we'll start the timer?
Oh, right. I don't know where. So, where do you typically start the timer? I typically start the timer the moment I start the rival battle.
When I start the battle after I change my IVs and stuff. I start it after pressing continue game.
Okay, well, there's like a 1 second difference between where we usually go.
Yeah, plus the game runs faster for me because it's leaf green, so I don't think it'll make a difference.
Oh,
Right? So, you want me to do the countdown?
uh, sure.
Right? 3, 2, 1,
Go.
the run.
There'll be a big pause when there's names again, but that's okay. Also, I'm not using the Gen 2. mod.
Uh, It's
The
just
one
Gen
that I've
1
been,
graphics.
yeah, Gen 1 graphics. I said I was only going to do it for my race videos.
Before I started the run, I forgot to change my options. For this battle, I have animations on.
You're already to the battle. Oof.
Just fix that. Fast offset. L equals A. Time frame 5. Right. Can one-shot the level 4 Rattata. That's good. Easy training.
Oh, you started there. Okay, I'm still naming my Pokemon.
I thought you start your timer at the rival battle.
I do, but it's all right. It's not a big deal.
Because what I did, I obtained my Pokemon, nicknamed it, then I saved and exit the game, changed my IVs.
Yeah, I
Changed
thought you were
save
doing
file.
that like when you said go.
Oh,
That's all right.
oh well.
So, are you going to be doing the optional rival?
Uh, have a Aurora Beam, which should help with the Pidgey, so probably yes.
Yeah, I plan on doing the
Thing is,
optional rival when I get there.
yeah, the optional rival is usually a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I found from the Dugong race that I was able to do it. And anything that has sleep powder can do it.
One advantage to Leaf Green, the Rattata and Pidgey on Route 1 can learn Cut and Fly, so I can get my HM users quite quickly.
I don't really worry too much about the HM users because that route with the Jigglypuff girl always like it literally 95% chance of getting a Pidgey or Spearow.
It's actually kind of hard because my only attacking move kills everything in one hit. Okay, the Rattata was on the last ball. That was close. Almost would have had to buy more balls.
Oh, I usually buy 9 right after beating Brock. Oh
Well, in
no!
Leaf Green,
I got hit
Leaf
by a
Green,
sand attack.
already on the optional rival.
Yep.
But yeah, that's just because I was catching things.
Right. So I'm going to
Pidgey's
lose that
dead.
time later.
Oh, but the Charmander resists Aurora Beam. At least it's only neutral to fire.
I really like how my display tells me the power of my moves, because I would not have been able to figure out that Clamp is 52 power. Thanks to Special.
Clamp is 35 base power, so that's kind of a bit hard to do the math in your head.
Right.
I mean, if base power just ends in a 0, then I can easily figure it out. Like 50, increase it by 50%, that's 75.
Does your generation have badge move type boost like Gen 2?
Move? No, that's only Gen 2.
Ah. Yeah, I don't think my HTML is ever going to have that unless Scott's willing to do all the work.
Just make poor Scott do all the work.
All right, I am arriving at Brock now.
What?
Yes.
I'm fighting the bug catchers.
Oh, I only did the optional one, or the one mandatory one.
Doing it because I get the feeling I need it for Brock.
On the bright side, I just Aurora Beam Brock instead of Clamp. It's still one shot.
4 times speed, right?
Yes.
Right. I'm on 4 times speed too. I don't usually play at 4 times, but I figured since we're doing a race, we should both be at 4 times.
All right, got my Pokeballs.
When I do the follow-up video of like doing the routing, I'll do it at 3 times.
That's gonna affect your real time though.
Yeah, but all of my leaderboard is in 3 times speed.
Right, okay.
Just easier for me to control the running and the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Just went through all the bug catchers, and now I have 0 Aurora Beams left.
I really like.
Starting moves the same as mine?
No, I have clamp.
Oh,
I have not
uh,
used it once yet.
oh. Gen 3, Cloyster can only get Clamp as a pre-evolution move from Shelter. I
Uh,
don't think it would have mattered though, because Clamp is really bad in the remakes.
I also don't think I plan on using clamp. I plan on changing it with bubble beam the moment I get it.
Right, Onyx is a one-hit.
Oh, good. So you
I'm
didn't
gonna
get outsped.
make my split, the badge. Okay. You need to turn on my hotkeys. Disable hotkeys. Damn it. There we go. Well, now I'm behind 10 seconds because I forgot my hotkeys.
That's all right. It's not going to be a big deal.
Oh, still gonna lose anyway.
Scott and Van Man were a little off. Van Man kept having issues.
Where do you do your first shopping trip? At Pewter or Viridian?
I only do 2 shopping trips. I do the first. Oh no, I do 3. I do one in Pewter to get the Pokeballs and Paralyze Heals, and then I do one in Viridian to get the Super Potions and Repels, and then I do one in Celadon to get the Super Repels and vitamins. Oh, and the water.
Ah,
And for the very bad Pokemon, I do an extra trip to Celadon for extra vitamins.
I don't know if I've ever done an extra trip.
Very few Pokemon need it. I am getting some of the worst Mount Moon luck. I literally
This'll give
just
me a
hit
chance.
like I hit like 7 or so encounters in like one room.
This'll give me a chance because Pewter in the remakes has repels.
Oh, nice. I did not know that.
So I get the running shoes.
But I do get the advantage of getting Ice Beam and Tri Attack probably earlier than. Well, I don't
Can
know
only
when you get Ice
can
Beam,
only can only get Ice Beam in the game corner.
so you're not getting Ice Beam.
If I have to do like a lot of trainer grinding and I have the money, I'll probably get it.
Oh crap! I didn't catch a Paris, so now I have to revisit the grass here to get a Sandshrew.
I'm already near the super nerd.
Oh,
Is
Sandshrew second try.
that why you play blue?
Yes, 100% the reason. Because I have an affinity for red, and I don't play it.
Just hate it.
No, I have an affinity for red, but red doesn't have Sandshrew.
Ah. Right. There's also move tutors in the remakes. There's ones for Mega Punch and Mega Kick outside of Mount Moon, but Cloyster can't learn either of those.
Yeah, those could be make or break.
A lot of the Gen 1 TMs that aren't in the remakes were made as move tutor moves. Cloyster learn Body Slam?
It does not for me. I don't believe it does for you either.
It does not. My only move tutor moves are Double Edge, Explosion, Mimic, and Substitute.
Oh my. Aurora Beam does so little to star me.
I'm already fighting Rival too. And I won first try. Red health. Oh, wait. Oh, there's just Abra.
Oh, and Starmie just got a crit. Oh, I won. Okay. Close. Close.
Honestly, Starmie won't be able to do much damage to Cloyster because I'll resist everything, but I won't do much damage to it either.
So you decided to go Rival 2 first, or did you just beat...
Rival 2.
Okay. Yeah, I decided to go with I wanted Bubble Beam.
But on Route 25, you know where seismic toss is
Mm-hmm.
normally? That's the TM for secret power. It's a 70 base power normal type move. Be getting that.
Yeah, it's a pretty darn good move.
Plus, if you're in the grassy overworld, it has a chance to paralyze. I often call it the remake version of Body Slam.
All right, I just beat Rival 2.
Right.
I am so happy that I did because I guess because I'm talking, I forgot to save. So
It's
it
okay. I forgot to set hotkeys. Whenever I route, I go into OBS and change my hotkeys to disable unless I'm on OBS, because when I type my notes, it keeps messing up the gym badges.
hopefully I won't have to visit the Pokemon Center at all thanks to me teaching Bubble Beam over Supersonic.
I still have Aurora Beam, but I think the elixir should last me until I get secret power.
I don't even plan on fighting that guy because I obviously can't use Seismic Toss.
So you might gain a little bit of time there.
Well,
Get the TM for Attract.
I'm still going to be battling the Geodude guy, and I'm just going to battle the Onyx guy because, well, extra XP. Slow level up. Mine's only level 19 right now.
And now I'm gonna need to use the elixir. Also picking up some berries too. There are berries in the remakes, but since you can't plant them, they're very far and few in between.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So you do get some advantages, but to be fair, you have so many disadvantages that it won't matter.
I guess.
Also, you
Still
have to
gonna
think
beat me
ahead
anyway.
of those problematic things. Like, I don't, I, I think the AI is much better in that game, so they will just kind of know to use like status moves first. Whereas the only
I'm not
one that I
really
could
sure.
think of that starts off with a status move might be like the Wrapping Lass. Oh, nice! I got a Gen 1 miss on the Machop.
Something I don't have to deal with.
Just in case you want it for your video, I was fighting the three Geodude, one Machop trainer right next to where Seismic Toss would be if you want to do the Gen 1 miss show off. Bubble Beam is 100% accurate, right?
No, not in that game.
What?
It's 99.6%, remember? Gen 1 miss?
I meant like it's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Should I delete? I might delete Protect because, I don't know, maybe if I want to use Toxic stall strats, that wouldn't work. Some of the enemies have full restores.
I don't get Protect. Not that it's a good move. I don't want it.
Protect mixed with Toxic can be pretty good for hard fights.
That's the only time I've ever seen Protect be used is for Toxic stall and for Leftover stall.
The leftovers in this game, they're where the Snorlax are, like just sleeping. You have to get rid of them. You have to use the item finder right on top of them. You can only get that if you've caught 30 Pokemon, so the leftovers are unaccessible.
Ouch.
I'll delete Supersonic. It's really bad.
Right. I hate Supersonic.
Still 55%.
I don't play the other gens that much, but I assume Hypnosis is still bad because I always hear people talk about how bad it is.
Oh, it's interesting. Only in Diamond, Pearl, Battle Revolution, and Legends Arceus, Hypnosis was 80%. Just in those games.
Interesting, because I've played the most Diamond Pearl of any of the like Switch games.
Not in BDSP, just Diamond and Pearl.
I love. Oh no, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is the one that I was talking about.
But that's so weird. Like they kept changing their mind on how accurate Hypnosis should be.
So I just made it to the SSN, and I'm gonna fight an extra optional gentleman for the extra money.
that the gentleman candy?
No. Well, I'm going to fight that guy too. But there's another gentleman. The moment you enter the ship, you go right one room. There's a guy with 2 Growliths. If you battle him, there's an extra 1,000
Oh,
bucks. A
I know
thousand's
that
not
guy.
that much, but if you have a water type, it's like free money.
Yeah. Do have to be careful of that guy because roar actually can be used in battle. Old rules I had to reset if I was switched out, but I got rid of that rule because it was driving me insane.
Right. I mean, switching back in and just taking the damage seems to be harsh enough.
Yeah. He's not as threatening anymore. Okay, I defeated Misty with Secret Power. Now I'm gonna head to Route 6.
Oh, I almost had a reset on Rival 3. The Kadabra confusion confused me. So when I went to Ivysaur, I hit myself. And Vine Whip almost took me out.
In Route 6, there is a citrus berry and a rare candy.
Oh, so I don't have to do the trash can puzzle?
I do. It hasn't been mapped
Yeah.
yet.
I'm
Hmm.
sorry about that. You should definitely remove that from your final time.
I might actually pause the timer.
Yes, do that.
The entire recording.
Yes, do that.
Whenever I pause the timer, it also pauses OBS. Whenever you talk to me for the trash can puzzle, it won't be captured.
Okay.
I might as well get the rest TM. I don't know if I need it. No,
I basically never grab the rest TM.
that's not really useful in red and blue.
Oh, that's
I don't
that's
know.
how much damage Thunder Shock does. Oh. I got lucky. 2 Thunder Shocks.
Oh no. And I got switched out.
Oh, and an X
Idiot.
speed. Oh, that's interesting. So, I've never used a Pokemon that has 180 base stats. So, my gym badge is slightly overlapping the stat bar.
In the SS Sand in the kitchen, you can get a Pecha, Chesto, and Cherry Berry.
Oh, dude, when I was a kid, whenever I visit the SSN, I always went to the trash can to grab the Great Ball, and I was the only one of all my friends who knew that Great Ball was there.
Yeah, I knew it was there too, but I really ever used it. I knew the berries were there.
Well, it was the first Great Ball you could get,
Oh, yeah, it is, technically.
and I cherished that Great Ball and never used it until I bought Ultra Balls and then never used it.
Man, Cloyster is still pretty bulky, even against the special attackers.
Which ones?
Chameleon. So far. Abra hasn't had a chance to attack me yet. Okay, I'm gonna use the heal bed on the SS Sand.
Oh, right. I don't have that.
Need anything else on here? Nope. TM for Body Slam was replaced with Brick Break. Can't use that. What's stupid? The move Tutor for Body Slam was moved to the Sevi Islands in the post game. For all my runs, I don't get access to it.
I've never used Brick Break in my life.
Pretty good move in the remakes.
I have only used Brick Break in like the newest of new games. I I used it once, thought it was awful, never decided to use it again.
Right, I'm gonna do the trash can puzzle. Pause the timer. I need to unpause my game. Right, save before this trash can. If I have to reset for like the trash can puzzle, I don't count it as a reset.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now I'm gonna unpause it. I have to fight the gentleman.
Wait, so you're not using save states?
No, I just save and reset. Alright, let's see how Surge goes. I'm probably gonna lose here, but see. But Cherry Berry to help out. Dave. Alright, let's do this. Let's see how he goes. Hopefully I can knock out his first two at least. Oh, so close to killing the Voltorb. No, Pikachu's dead. Alright, let's see how Raichu goes. Oh, it's one speed higher. You gotta be kidding.
Ouch.
And I'm dead to Shockwave.
Ooh, isn't that the one that doesn't miss?
Yeah, it never misses.
What's the
Fight the
base?
gym trainers.
What's the base stats? What's the base stats on Shockwave?
60.
So it's in between Thunder Shock and Thunderbolt.
Or Bolt, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Duck. Oh, dang it, I used my Cherry Berry on a random gym trainer. Oops. I'm not gonna have it for Surge.
Is that the one for
Paralysis,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I only get access to 2 Cherry Berries in the whole run, and one of them's already gone. It's great.
Meanwhile, I'm battling Growlithe Vulpix guy.
Let's see. Base power is Aurora Beam.
It is 97 after stab.
Oh, wait, okay, let's see. I don't know which would be more powerful. Or let me try Secret Power. Okay, that's even worse. Lowered my defense, but that doesn't matter, because I'm more terrified of the electric moves. Right, so now I outspeed the Raichu. Thanks to my plus speed nature. Oh, you're using double team? No. And I'm paralyzed. Come on, you... Oh my... Butthole. You butt wipe. If I had had my Cherry Berry, I would have won that fight.
Ouch.
Just at 25, Voltorb dies. But lowered attack. Let's knock it off with the paralysis.
It's interesting not having to worry about level up moves.
It is.
The only
Protect turn.
the only level up move is
Use...
Spike Cannon, and it's awful. It's level 50.
Oh, you gonna need to train for Surge a little. I think I'll only need to train to level 28. The Aurora Beam is not a 2-hit, it's a 3-hit.
Alright, I've used my Ether and my Elixir. And I'm about to fight Erica.
The Bug Catcher on Route 6, his Butterfree gives 600 experience when you kill it.
So, interesting news. Aurora Beam does not one-shot Victory Bell.
Really?
Not even close.
See what it's like for me when I get there.
So I'm heading to the Pokemart. Coming back with Ice Beam. And Calcium. I
wish I did not use that Cherry Berry.
I don't think I'm gonna need to speed. I think I'll outspeed everything except for Alakazam.
I don't know what I'll invest in. Special attack or speed? I get the feeling I'm gonna be pretty high leveled anyway, so I think special attack. And you're already ahead of me, I'm still at Surge. least the Versus Seeker makes grinding pretty quick.
Alright. I've used all my calcium. Oh, crap. I was just about to buy a Pokédoll. I don't need it.
We're both doing the hideout?
Yeah.
Right. You gonna be getting Mimic, though?
I don't think I'm gonna need it. Oh,
Is...
because I'm not doing the Oh, I should just do the hideout then, instead of, Erica. If I'm gonna do it anyways, I might as well take the extra levels. I'm not sure what to use the PP ups on. It's usually I figure that out on the second run.
Yeah. For a separate video, I'm gonna be doing the Cloyster with my own rule set, and I'm gonna route it out.
So I had forgot this rocket is here, so I'm battling an optional rocket. I thought I could sneak behind him. You cannot. I can't remember what most of the items are in Rocket Hideout. All I know is the nugget and the rare candy.
There's the nugget, TM for double edge, the rare candy.
Oh, right, double edge.
Up.
I know where that one is too.
The remakes, it's the best items for me to get are a max ether, CM, rare candy, the black glasses if I'm using a dark move, which I won't be. And, I think that's about it.
Battling another optional rival. Or rocket. Yay. So, turns out this is the room you want to... Oh, that's a hyper potion? I thought it was an iron. Ouch.
I just realized I trained past 28. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna try Surge again. At least doing this race, most of the routing will be done.
Okay, so I went to an extra room by accident. I fought 2 extra rocket grunts by accident. So be it. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Come on, hit through the paralysis. Finally, I got Surge's badge. I'm gonna need to be level 28 for that fight. 25 if I have the berry, but I think 28's more safe.
Oh, that's an HP up? I thought it was an iron.
Now I'm gonna go get the bike. Probably not gonna use it on 4 times speed, though.
I don't think I'm gonna show myself doing the rocket hideout, except for the fact that I did it.
That's fine.
'Cause I am floundering around this place.
And I forgot to heal. Thing I saved before this wrapping lasts.
Oh yeah, I usually save before her on any Pokemon that's slow.
I just did it out of instinct, really. I knew I could one-shot everything.
Alright, this is the first time I've done Giovanni since I think my Butterfree run. Video number 2.
Right, and before Rock Tunnel, I can get a Chesto Berry, Rare Candy, and the Cherry Berry. Final one I have. What the heck was that?
I just dug out, and I dug all the way back to Cerulean.
Hey, I get a bit of help.
No. No, 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 no. I didn't bring the extra water. I have to go through the entire cave again.
Oh, I'm at the entrance to Rock Tunnel, actually.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
These are just first attempts. These aren't gonna go. They're not gonna be counted to the final results, are they?
No, but it's a
For me,
whole
it
video
won't.
on its own.
At least it'll make some funny content.
I'm also not gonna have enough repels.
Looks like in caves, Secret Power has a chance to flinch. The Slowpoke wasn't too bad.
I can't believe I've
Still a
done
free
this.
hit. Remember to buy more repels.
This is the worst. I cannot believe I have to go through this cave again.
That sucks. I want to mention something about Rock Tunnel. The remakes, you actually have to fight 3 extra trainers.
Oh, nice.
After the status condition junior trainer, as Scott calls her, you have to fight one of 2 hikers. Just fight the one with a single Geodude, and in the next room, you have to fight another hiker. And before the self-destructing hiker, you gotta fight a Nicker or a junior trainer. Change the name of the trainer class from Junior Trainer to Picnicker and Camper. Aurora Beam.
See, this is double as bad because I didn't get fly, and I also didn't get the water. So it's like total and utter brain fart.
Because I'm distracting you?
I'm distracting myself. This is why I stopped streaming the attempts, is because I was distracting myself. Trying to be talkative.
In the remakes, the self-destructing hiker, none of his Pokemon have self-destruct. It can still be terrifying since Rock Throw's 90% accurate instead of 6. Avoided that spinner. Rock Tunnel, there's the spinner after the self-destructing hiker. They're in the dark, so you often can't see him. Luckily, I dodged it.
Boy, it actually feels like I'm trying to actively blow this.
You're still gonna win anyway because
I
the
know,
remakes
but
are a lot slower.
I know, but I mean, it feels like I'm actively trying to sabotage myself because I did, in fact, have the super repels and didn't use them. Because I went to go buy some more super repels, and apparently I already had some.
I'm at Celadon, heal the center, rocket hideout. Get the PP. I don't know if I need it. I think in a first time race, I'm just literally getting everything.
Normally I don't take down the Marowak because I can't see it, but I might as well this time.
You had to have gotten the Sylph Scope, right?
Sure did.
I have to fight the Marowak every time.
Oh, you could always run, can't you?
It just boots you back and you gotta do it again.
I did not know that.
In Gen 1 too. It does that in Gen 1 too, I think. In Gen 1 I meant. If you just run away, it just makes you back.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Otherwise, why would you get the Pokédoll? You could just run away.
To be fair, I had never used a Pokédoll until I started doing these runs. Ever.
They were kind of pointless.
I used a smoke ball once.
Oh, here's a little tip. In your Gen 2 runs, are you going to be fighting the Gyarados mandatory? Because you can actually use a Pokédoll to skip it.
I did not know that.
Because normally you can't run from it because it stays there, but if you use a Pokédoll, it disappears. You
Do you
don't
have to
know
go?
items in back.
Is there any time where you're going to a mart that you can just buy one? Like you don't have to go out of your way?
Loki doll? I think you buy them in the Goldenrod department store.
Right. I don't know if you go to the department store to begin with. I have never done that.
I think you do because that's where the vitamins are. Unless you want to go back later, like during the rocket plot, when you can buy more. Because in the early game, you're not going to have money. Right? I think Giovanni's going to be really easy. You can take out his rock types with Aurora Beam. His Kangaskhan is just all physical, except Bite, which is special, but his special attack is quite... It's rarely ever easy. Because he's still pretty tanky.
Okay, well, after doing all of that extra plot line, I one-shot swept Erica.
Dig out. Shopping time. In the remakes, you don't get a drink for the guard. You have to get a key item called the tea.
Yeah, I did know that. Speaking of, you just helped me because I still have not bought the drink.
Oh yeah. Did I say it?
I'm right at Snorlax, so I'm just gonna make a right.
What? Got enough for 3 vitamins.
That's one thing I've been just doing wrong lately. I forget to buy the fresh water a lot lately.
I picked up 1 calcium from the hideout. You can get 3 here, so I'll have 4. That's what I'll do. Also, in the remix, on top of the department store, the TMs you can get are Light Screen, Reflect, and Safeguard. So, not really that good. Teach Water Pulse. Dang it, I could have had a water move. I'd be kidding.
I had to waste some extra time. So normally one of my strategies is use the repel right before Snorlax. Then I grab the rare candy and then I head down. The moment the repel runs away screen, I immediately pause the bike, go to the left 1 block. Then I start going in each non-grass patch because it's in between the grass patches to grab the PP up. And I just keep checking them. It's usually about 2 non-grass patches down.
The remake, where the PP up is in Pokemon Blue, that's where the rare candy is. And I think they moved the PP up to the other side of Cycling Road. I've got to deal with a stupid Gyarados. Right, Cloyster's high defense is really coming in clutch here. The Channeler with the 2 Ghastlies is an optional trainer.
I have too many items. This never happens. Why do I have too many?
First required trainer is after the heal pad. At least I get to heal after the rival.
Okay, I am just gonna have to do what Scott does and go to the box.
You're gonna have to deposit key items.
Yeah, I have too many.
What are you at so far?
I am going to face Koga momentarily. I still have to battle the other guys in his gym.
I just got to the Marowak. Right, I'll just send this to hell with Water Pulse. Or come back.
Oh, it's the lift key and the Sylph Scope. I normally don't have to hold these items.
Yeah. Welcome.
It might be a miracle if I hit sub 1 hour.
Sub 1 hour is I think it's basically impossible for Leaf Green. Then again, I do 3 times speed, but my fastest Pokemon so far, Chimecho, is an hour 26. On 4 times, that'd be like an hour 14.
I saw that. Chimecho knowing Psychic was real helpful.
You know, it was more helpful. Was the move Calm Mind.
Right,
Raises
right.
special attack and special defense by 1 stage. Brina gives that TM away instead of Psywave.
Right, basically growth.
A Gen 1 growth is what it is. It's really hard for me to navigate the fly menu.
Yeah, I have noticed that for some. All right, time to face Koga.
Let me know how that goes.
One shot coughing.
Oh, I gotta avoid these bikers.
Oh, I got a nice crit on Muck. One shot coughing. And I'm just going to go ahead and withdraw on the wheezing.
So on cycling, what happened?
It used toxic. I cannot withdraw now. Doesn't matter.
No.
Still won. It didn't explode. Does it know about my defense?
Oh, it shouldn't.
You know what's...
AI's not that advanced.
One of the most interesting things about 4 times speed is you don't really see poison blips.
I still do.
Oh, on Gen 1, when you... Generally, poison blips are just, like, immediate. Like, they last, you know, every 4 seconds, so they just don't.
I still can see them, though, but it's not as visible.
And now I don't have to face Rival 5. I can go to Blaine.
I'm not gonna get double teamed, because I don't think I need to be level 100. Definitely gonna teach Surf. Okay, what should I do now? Erica, Koga, or Rival 5? Probably not Rival 5. Erica, maybe? I'll do Erica.
Oh. I am not a high enough level. I just encountered a Muck.
You in Cinnabar Mansion?
Yes. I really like how my display tells me how many vitamins I could still eat. Surprisingly, I am pretty proportionate on all of them.
Get that from Scott? I know he made that HTML.
Yes, I had the idea and he made it.
He used it for himself, too.
Which video? I'm 2 behind.
It was in his Mischievous live stream.
I didn't see that one. Actually, I don't watch live streams.
I was just watching it because I was bored.
Okay, so now I guess I'm going to fight all of Blaine's trainers to make sure I can keep up with the level curve.
Fighting all of Erica's trainers.
So my little rule of thumb... Oh, I'm smart. I am so smart. I was wondering why I never deleted Bubble Beam up to this point, and now I remember why. Normally, when I have a Pokemon like Lapras or I have Dugong, I use Ice Beam on all the non-evolved ones and I use Surf on all the evolved ones. But thanks to not deleting Bubble Beam, now I have Bubble Beam. I could save Surf for Blaine. Still being outsped by Vulpix though. Or not Vulpix, Ninetales.
It's funny. Leaf Green, Cloyster can learn the move HM for dive, even though the HM for dive is not in
It's not where?
Leaf Green, the HM for dive, because that's only in the Hoenn games.
Oh, that's funny. I
In
just
the
assumed it was in the game.
in the code though, the HM for it still exists. There's just no way to obtain it. I
Yeah,
actually saw in a Picaspri video, even if you hacked in the HM for it, the game doesn't recognize the move dive as an HM move, so you can erase it with a regular move.
interesting.
Guessing in the code,
You could game hook
the
it.
HM.
Alright, about to face Blaine. Should I even bother with the withdrawals?
Oh, Blaine's an idiot in that game, so not sure. Maybe if you needed.
I'm gonna go ahead and set them up anyways.
I think I'll teach Surf over Water Pulse now.
Oh, right. Blaine gives the special badge boost, so that was only to boost my defense. That was stupid.
What? I'm not gonna teach it right now.
Oh, I didn't level up. Never mind. It boosted my speed. It helped. Alright, let's head over to Silphco.
No, the juggler with the 4 Pokemon, none of his Pokemon are one hits. I'm hoping I don't get poisoned.
Oh, that juggler with the drowsies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not one hit them.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them
The-
confused me.
At least the one with the Hypno is optional.
Oh,
This is
again, another difference.
because they changed the layout of the invisible walls, so you can just skip them. I need the Pecha Berry. Okay, so in case I get toxic, I'll be fine. What to do with the coughing?
Now I've got an interesting dilemma. Should I teach Blizzard for Rival 5 or just take my chances?
Maybe you can try the fight first.
That's what I'm gonna do, yeah.
Oh, I just critical hit the Muck, and it got it into red. It used Toxic, but I lived it. He's dead. The Muck is like the worst thing on his team. It's so bulky. Thing blew itself up. Fortunately, Weezing can't blow himself up, so I don't have that luxury. Okay, I still hit everything. Hit with a smoke screen, too.
I just got the luckiest Rival 5 ever. Like, the Alakazam only used Recover, and then I got a crit.
It's funny.
And then I just picked up Lapras for no reason, because I already have Sandshrew and Cloyster.
Just get it. Because he's my strength and surf user.
Yeah, same. But I have a Strength user and I have a Surf user.
Sandshrew makes a good backup for a strength user.
Yeah. So the thing is, I have an interesting way of dealing with Strength. So in Mount Moon, if I get a Paris, then I will actively try and catch a Geodude if I still can. Like, assuming it's not the last room. If I don't get a Geodude, then we're just going to have to wait till we get Lapras. But if I don't get a Paris, then I just get a Sandshrew, and now I have, Strength user. So, Strength, it's very, like, in a weird relationship with it.
Right. thinking of maybe getting some vitamins and stuff. Could get one more calcium. I'm at 94 EVs right now. I'll go get it.
Alright, facing Sabrina.
Calcium.
Oh, that sucks. I got a special drop, and that pretty much ruined all my badge boosts.
Oh man. At least I don't have to worry about accidental level ups.
Alakazam used Reflect.
Oh my god.
I have only one reset. I play like an idiot, and luck is just on my side.
Sabrina can fight like an idiot in the remakes too. I've noticed. The
So
last few times I fought her, she was an idiot.
didn't they have like conditional AI in Gen 3 instead of
Uh,
good and not?
I think so.
Like a lot better conditional AI? Like it will actually
Uh,
actively go for a like if you have two psychic moves, it'll actively go for one that does damage instead of the one that doesn't.
it'll use the move that does the most damage.
Yes, that's what I meant. I remember seeing a video on Wolfie Glick explanation on how that works. It actually knows which moves will KO you and actively pick it.
Uh,
I think it started that on Gen 3.
but sometimes I notice when I'm at full health, they'll prefer a status move, but not always. It's kind of weird.
It depends on how much damage it'll do. If it'll two-shot you, it will go for the damaging move. If it can't, like, two-shot or one-shot, it might go for the status move. It depends on which Pokemon it is, because some Pokemon are set up to play certain ways.
Alakazam's Future Sight just dealt half my health.
Oof. Isn't Future Sight bad? Like, less than Psychic?
That's less than Psych. Well, I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to look.
I thought they buffed it to 100 in later gens, but I thought it was like 80 in like Gen 3.
That was kind of a mistake. I was using Aurora Beam on Alakazam and not Secret Power. Oh, that would explain it. He used Calm Mind before that. Explain it.
That was stupid of me.
I like Dragon Rage.
I tried setting up
Again.
my withdrawals on Gyarados when there's clearly a... Oh my god, I got a reset. I got burned and didn't notice.
I'm gonna grind to level 40 real quick. I'm at 39.
I am at...
Gyarados is just real bulky.
Well, I could have set up on the Growlithe, but for some reason I started to set up on Gyarados, which had Dragon Rage, and our HP is not the greatest. I don't even know if I need this setup, but I want to one-shot the Alakazam.
You haven't defeated Rival 5? Or are you
Six.
dead?
Oh.
Oh, wait. You already defeated 6?
Just defeated 6. I have also not used a single rare candy yet.
There have I.
I'm thinking I'm going to use all of them, but 2? Yeah, all of them but 2 before Lorelei.
At least the Pidgeot in Silph.Co and Rival 6 does not have Sand Attack. That's good. During the champion fight, it gets Sand Attack back.
My Rival 5, I'm pretty sure has Sand Attack. Actually, I'm fairly confident it does. And Rival 6 is when it teaches over Sand Attack for agility.
Right, I'm stuck at Rival 5 now.
And then the champion teaches over agility for Whirlwind. Good old
It's actually
whirlwind.
bad in the remakes, because if I was setting up Calm Minds, the AI will use Whirlwind and force a switch.
Ouch.
So I have to be careful not to set up against it too much. What to do about the Gyarados?
Alright. I might... Never mind. I battled another optional trainer like an idiot.
We return? I'm gonna get game hooked to see what my friendship is.
Oh, that's something I might have to do in my Gen... when I do Gen 2. Have some sort of friendship meter.
37. That's near max. I think, yeah, return would be more powerful than secret power. I think I'll teach it now.
Great. Now you got me wondering where I should put the friendship meter on my new Gen 2 display.
And for most Pokemon, it's not going to be really needed, unless you're going to rely on return a lot.
Why wouldn't you? It's the pretty much most powerful move in the game.
That is true. If you want to know when it's going to be the best time. Is it?
Right. I mean, there's a certain point where it becomes better than Headbutt, right?
Yeah.
Now, Scott figured it out. Like, his display just straight up tells him the power.
And return leaves Alexander like 1 hit point. Makes this Gyarados scary as it has Dragon Rage. Leaf's return was a 3-hit, and Charizard killed me with a flamethrower. Alright, I'm gonna need to grind to level 43. Not gonna use any candies, so I'm just gonna battle people. I think I'm gonna need every rare candy I can get for the league.
49, 49. No, 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 no. Where are you, TM49? Oh, there you are. Okay.
What, TM49?
That is Tri-Attack. I have not used it, and now I'm about to go against Lorelei.
Remember when I said you were gonna win anyway?
Yeah. I'm at 57 minutes, though, so we're not going to, not going to get over an hour, or under an hour. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Boy, when I'm not fully focused on the game, I make some of the dumbest mistakes. That's a fully badge boosted Surf?
Hopefully you end up struggling at the leagues and give me a chance.
4 damage. Lapras did 4 damage with Body Slam.
Is your defense stat at 999 already?
Oh, I didn't even bother to check. It probably was. Alright, and then obviously Bruno's going to be a one-shot sweep. Probably don't even need to set up. In fact, setting up would be worthless because I'm close to a level up.
I'm 42, just one more level, and I'll try again.
Machamp used Fissure. Good one. Good one, Bruno. Or, sorry, Black Belt.
There's no Bruno. Playing the remakes. Remakes was actually terrifying.
Oh. Yeah, I always
remember
forget about that.
With Celio, even though it had water moves and ice moves like Ice Ball, which is an ice rollout, I had to be 75 for the fight, all because of Hitmonchan. It has Mach Punch, which is a fighting type quick attack, and it did huge damage.
I think he's bad in Gen 2. Not great. Well, he's better. Better.
Watched Andrew Davis's runs of like Gen 2. He can be challenging only if you're at a type disadvantage, mostly to him. It's cross chop.
Right, right. Because it crits a lot.
Right? I'm not learning Spike Cannon.
Would you believe that Toxic took me out on Agatha? I know, crazy.
Alright, I'm gonna need to dig out and...
Okay, well, second try way better.
At least I shouldn't struggle at Blaine or Giovanni.
That would be a shock.
Yeah, it would be. Aurora Beam kills Pidgeot in one hit. Execute was always a one turn. Gyarados. Still a 3-hit. At least Rival 5 doesn't use potions. That's good. Yeah, that was a really lucky fight. I ended up confusing Charizard. I would probably need Surf for that fight.
Alright, there goes Lance.
God. I really underestimated it.
My playing has been awful too.
Oh.
Just so bad.
You just forget how fast the red and blue is.
No, I'm saying like this is a really, really bad playthrough, and it's still 1 hour and 1 minute. Like this is exceptionally bad.
I mean, I would kind of call this bad too because I did no routing.
Right.
So, kind of like.
Oh my god.
I have to figure it out.
Oh my god. I can't do a 6th badge boost because I'm at 999 defense.
Oh my god. Have you ever seen that?
No.
I'll be sure to point that out.
Oh, you crit. How dare you crit?
I forgot to get the Carbos and Rare Candy.
Well, that's it. 102.
Nice. I'm gonna dig out here. I'm gonna pause my recording and probably screen share my run on Discord since you're already done.
I just need to get to this final time. There. Final in-game time of 4:05, which is pretty bad.
Dang.
Well, just not having to do Rock Tunnel again will save me like 5 whole minutes. It's not the fact that Rock Tunnel took 5 minutes, it's the fact that I had to go through Rock Tunnel,
You can see my run, right?
Yes. Rock Tunnel, okay. Lavender Town. Oh, yeah. And then I also... Oh, yeah. And then I'm also going to do the Pokédoll Stamp. So, my second run will be...
way faster.
I'll be shooting for sub 50. I'm going to knock off 12 minutes.
I don't think I need to fight these guys.
I never fight those guys unless I have Psychic.
Plus Cloyster's weak to fighting.
Did they change the order on that?
You can actually fight them in not double battles, no.
No, I
But
meant
two
did
of
did
them
did
back
they
to
change
back.
the order in Sabrina's room?
No, it's still
Oh, the fast.
top left, bottom left, straight down.
Yes, that's the most. That's the fewest. Uh, the fewest ones. The fastest is up, down, down, left, because there's no like having to finagle yourself.
I guess that would be fastest on 4 times speed, but
I learned it from the
it is
Parasect run.
is
Up,
basically.
down, down, left.
But that movement is like muscle memory for me for speedruns, so I just always end up doing it.
Well, same. I had to convert myself to doing it because I saw the guy who was winning or did win. I don't remember. Yeah, the,
The
the guy who
Parasect
the
run.
guy who stole Van Man and I's run and then made it better by fixing our inconsistencies. Or no.
Uh,
So here's the things that he did to make his run a little bit better. He used the bike in 3 areas, which Van Man refused to do. Um, then for the when you get to Fuchsia, you know how there's 2 trees to cut before getting to the Safari Zone. Van Man and I walk all the way around, which the tree cutting is faster. Um,
it technically is, yeah.
and then he also just played more, so he played, until he got really good uh,
It's time to.
encounter luck. It's crazy that encounters can make or break like almost a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another difference right there. I could just go straight
It's a
down.
lot harder. It's a lot harder to navigate. Here's another difference. There's only one rare candy in here, but I'll show you where it is.
Only one. Interesting.
To fight this guy to get it.
Yeah, rare candies are pretty important for Pokemon in the slow level up group.
Especially in this game, because if I have to be a minimum level for the league, I can use candies, but for the rest of it, I have to grind on bikers.
Yeah, and you're not going to know what level you're going to need to be.
Usually figure that out in routing. Did I pick that up? I don't even have room for another Carvos. Speed is at 127.
At least you have bag space.
It's true. Technically, I can still make it full, but I think you'd have to get like one of everything in the game.
Oh, yeah, that's another fix. Because I'll be doing the Marowak skip, I'm going to save like another 30 seconds having to deposit all those items.
And again, I just have way more disadvantages.
So, I never needed my 4th move. Like, I had try attack, but I think I used it once. And I didn't need to. I just brute forced the game with Surf.
What did you do? You just spammed withdraw and then surf everything?
Pretty much, yes.
Or used any ice moves?
I mean, I casually increased my, ice move throughout the game.
Okay, let's see. Technically, I could have a Rostberry equipped to prevent a burn, but I have no idea where you can even get a Rostberry. He's so rare to burn you, I just don't bother.
He burned me, and the burn killed me.
Let's run.
Yes. Mostly because I tried to withdraw on the turn I got burned, and the burn finished me. It was pretty much my error.
Just a one-hit spam.
Good old Blaine.
I didn't need to train on the gym leaders. If I route out Leaf Green, I can basically go to trainers at minimum level, and then I can just save all the grinding for the end game.
Yeah, so that's a very different way of playing, is you can just battle minimum that you need to be and then train at the end, whereas I have to do my training throughout.
That's the same thing with Emerald. That makes Emerald the hardest game for me to route. It takes so long. When I find out like what minimum level I have to be to fight, I then have to route it again and figure out which trainers to fight. There's a difference. This cool trainer has 5 Pokemon.
But they're all weak to water.
That's still true. Except the Nidorina, but still, yeah.
Oh, right, because it has an added ground typing. Believe it or not, Marowak can sometimes be a problem, depending on the Pokemon you play.
That is true.
Like, I was just doing Wheezing, and I'm telling you, Marowak, Cubone, bad.
This Black Belt here, when I did my old Poochyena run in my old series, I actually had to grind for this Black Belt.
Oh, is Poochyena... I thought it was just Dark.
The pure Dark type, yeah.
Is Dark weak to fighting?
Also weak to Bug.
I didn't know that. Well, I knew the bug part. I didn't know about the fighting part. I don't...
Dark and Steel were both added in Gen 2 because fighting type was so underpowered and psychic type was overpowered.
Yeah.
Resist or immune to psychic and are weak to fighting.
Fighting is quite literally the worst next to grass.
Gen 1?
Yes.
I can see that, yeah.
Grass is definitely the worst. It just has 5 weaknesses.
Got the badges.
And it's like grass is only good against water, ground, and rock, I think. Which, to be fair, is not a lot of the game.
Let's see how Rival 6 goes. Far, my biggest struggle was Rival 5's Gyarados.
Yeah.
Not what I was thinking.
My XP was a bit awkward on this Rival 6, but for the most part, I got it on the second try with the withdrawals. So I'm looking forward to seeing how hard it would be.
Surge was also bad, but I only had to beat 28.
Oh, you've returned. Nice.
I didn't use Aurora Beam.
Oof.
Thing else. Alakazam is 1 speed higher than me. Is up with this. And I'm gonna die to Gyarados again. Like, no good answer for Gyarados. Try that fight one more time.
Can't help you. All I did was use Blizzard. Oh, do you not get Blizzard in the mansion?
Yeah, I got Blizzard, but it's 75% accurate.
Oh, right.
I only use it if it's really needed. I think I'm gonna have to outspeed this thing. I think it is a 2-hit with return. It's to a 1-hit, actually. 1 away from the next rounding. That could probably kill it. Wait, he still hasn't sent out his Charizard yet. And it's raining.
Oh, that should make Surf go well.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's barely any better.
Ooh, man. Gyarados.
I'm gonna need to grind to level 50.
I can't remember, but I think for me, Gyarados was never more than a 2-shot. With either Ice Beam or Blizzard.
If you're...
I'm going to hit the restroom while you grind.
Right.
Only 500 XP.
Yeah. One of the trainers here has 2 wheezing and a coughing. I can't remember how much experience, but I know if I fight all these guys, I can get like 6,000 experience in like minutes or less. These are the best guys in the game to grind on.
I haven't been to Victory Road in quite some time in that game, but I guess they must not.
The puzzle's mostly the same. The difference is, the 2 cool trainers before you have to fall down that hole.
What about them?
Actually, instead of like going around the male trainer to get to the hole, you have to go around the female one because they're positioned a little bit differently.
Hmm.
And there's a double battle near the exit. You have to be careful to avoid it. Yeah. Hopefully I won't need to be too high of a level. I haven't used any of my keys yet. Saving them all.
Funny enough, your game time is still lower than mine. Because of all the resets.
Probably, yeah.
It would be really funny if you could manage to beat my game time. Doesn't look like it though.
Probably not.
You got 20 minutes.
I'm gonna... I need to be level 53 to kill that Alakazam. Maybe I'll have enough health for the Gyarados. Back bikers. If I knew my level ahead of time, I could just do one grind to like 53 or something. I don't know. Experimenting.
Yeah, when Kangaskhan does his videos, he never really does these grinds for the bikers, but to be fair, when he beats the game, he's got like a full team.
Yeah. Actually see what he was doing recently. I think he's been looking into like ROM hacks and stuff work. He's to make the main character look like a...
Oh, right. That's really cool.
Especially since I noticed it was a Heart Gold Soul Silver sprite.
Yeah, I could, in theory, try that on Gen 2, but I don't want to mess up the ROM as much as I'm already doing it. Because one of the interesting things about the Gen 2 the graphic mod, you can't mess with the ROM in any other way. So my ROM used to have my name and my rivals' default names in there, and it messed with the Pokédex Pokemon bag, and then in battle it messed with fight, bag, run.
Really?
It was just like it just didn't say the right words.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So, I now have to type in my name every time again.
Usually don't bother with my name since the time you don't see it except for battles. And then your own name doesn't pop up too much.
Just kind of tradition.
Makes
Although
sense.
I'm not sure what to name the Gen 2 rival, because he's definitely not the champ.
Oh. I know Squidgy names him triple question mark.
Yeah, and so does Scott. As a kid, I actually named him triple question mark every time. That's what I literally believed. It said, Like triple question mark ran by you after you defeat him, or question mark wants triple question mark wants to battle. I'm like, oh, that's his name. It's a test. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm still workshopping what name to name the rival. One thing I don't like about Gen 2 is when you click right once, it does not click right once in the game. It sometimes clicks it twice.
The moving around is quite awkward.
Well, I think what happened is when you click right in Gen 1, it was just one right input. When you do right in Gen 2, it's a hold input. So you could click and drag or hold, do multiple.
Uh,
So,
it has to do with how the input buffers work or something.
but it's really annoying when naming things. Not that you name a whole lot of things. I'm gonna have to ask the Gen 2 players. And in the beginning, when your mom asks you for the phone, is it worth saying no to save time?
I used to speedrun Pokemon Gold, so let me see if I can remember. Actually, when she asks if you know how to use the phone, you say no.
Because I can't remember if there's an "Are you sure?" or whatever, and that would be a whole loop.
Because when she says, oh wait, no, when she says, do you know how to use the phone? You yes, and she just runs with, you just go in the menu, select it. She's incredible, huh? And then she just goes away. But if you say no, she gives the whole explanation.
So you can't just say no to the phone. It's just part of the game.
Oh, yeah, you have to get the phone.
Okay.
She just gives it to you. I don't know how you'd be able to avoid it.
I guess I could just see. It's a whole different mindset speed running the game because I'm trying to be like, how can I avoid all these phone calls? And I'm like, oh, just don't talk to the people.
Because I think you have to talk to them afterwards to get their number.
Yes.
I think
You know what's really sad is I know MDB does the youngster Joey bit, but like as a kid, I mean, he probably does it because everybody remembers youngster Joey being annoying, but I really do remember youngster Joey. Youngster Joey and me, we tight.
well, I know in Heart Gold Soul Silver, like when I played that more than Gold, Silver, and Crystal, because I never played those until I was much older. Whenever they would call, their name would pop up on the bottom screen, and I remember it would always be Joey. Because I know in that game, they gave you the Force.
Yeah, youngster Joey calls a lot. Like there was a mechanic in the game. The phone was useful for catching certain Pokemon during certain days of the week at certain times.
The remakes?
No, just the regular game. Like there's a trainer near the spinning Magmar trainer. If you add them to your phone call, like a certain day of the week, they'll call you and there'll be Yanma on that route, and there's no other way to catch a Yanma.
The Swarms.
Right. Well, Swarm in Gen 4, but it's just regular showing up in Gen 2.
I'm a bit past 53, but whatever.
I finished at 62.
Good thing I upped my special attack to 138. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Roll's not a one hit. Thing's doing so much damage. Surf's more powerful if it sets up a rain dance.
Ooh, Hydro Pump missed.
Lucky. I'll outspeed this and kill it in one hit. Okay, that was just lucky.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for the champion.
And no, it does not. Heal up again. No, I don't. gonna hide the weather. The hotkeys disabled again. Guess it'll just be raining for a bit.
You could purposely get into a wild
I
encounter.
could do that. Ever use a repel for this water?
No.
I never really do.
I didn't know. It looks like they added battles in this generation.
Added battles?
Well, there's no battles in the water in Gen
Actually
1.
can find stuff in the water. Just the encounter rate in the water is very low. Like, there were times I would go from like Cinnabar Island, Palatown to Cinnabar. Only encounter one Pokemon with.
No. I'm not talking about the water in general. I'm talking about the route. That route, Victory Road. The water in Victory Road has no encounters.
The water on Route 23 has no encounters.
The water before Victory Road has no encounters in Gen 1.
Really?
No encounters at all.
I did not know that.
I have never gotten an encounter.
I guess it was just because in the remakes were encounters, so I just assumed the same as.
So have you been using repels in all of your yellow speedruns then?
Repels? Yeah, I would buy 6 repels in Vermilion and 8 in Celadon.
I mean, it might have changed in yellow, but in red blue there are no encounters.
Oh, no, I don't use it on Route 23. I just assumed the odds were so low. There are no odds. So these trainers, normally in yellow, you would go right down here, but due to how the cave's set up, you'll see the man.
Yeah.
Go this way. Out of repel. I might have used an extra some. 127 for Leaf Green is pretty good for this point. Kill this thing. It's the tutor for Double Edge.
So I just Googled it. The encounter rate for Route 23. There's standard walking, old rod, good rod, and super rod. There's no water. Surf.
Surfing.
Right. There is no surfing encounter.
I'm going to get 4 full restores for the league. I'll get some full heals and max potions, like just in case I have to do a biker grind. Just in case. Right. Let's see how well Lorelei goes. It's probably going to go extremely bad. How many candies do I have, actually? 11. That's the maximum I can get before this fight. About a quarter.
Oh, wow. I used all my rare candies except 2 for this one.
There's an interesting thing. You see how that Cloyster has dive? Even though you cannot learn dive in Leaf Green?
Uh-huh.
If it goes underwater, Surf does double damage. This thing is just troll. And it's hailing. On an ice type, I forgot about that.
So what types don't get hurt by hail?
Ice.
Just ice? And I assume for sandstorm it's just ground?
Rock, ground, and steel.
Rock, ground, steel. Okay. I've never really thought about these things.
Mimic Amnesia and raise my special defense. Got lower special defense. Able to handle the first 2 kind of good. might just use all the rare candy.
I mean, it's not like you have to worry about badge boosting. I don't see why not. I usually save one for the champion.
Because in yellow and red and blue, you have to worry about that. I just save this one because if I can save it for a level up, I might be a level higher for the champ.
Yeah.
Just return surf spikes. I'm so scared of spikes. Do you know what shell armor does?
No.
Ability actually prevents from critical hits.
Interesting.
So I never have to worry about dying to an unlucky crit. Oh, I'm gonna be asleep.
So you get to choose these things before you start.
That was Cloyster's only ability. It has a second one called Link
What
or whatever it is.
what do you
But
think
you don't
about
get that till
what do you do about hidden abilities? Like for instance, one of them that I know is Blaziken has got that speed up ability, but it's like absurdly difficult to get. Would you give yourself that?
boost. I think Speed Boost is a hidden ability for Blaziken in Gen 5.
Oh, hidden ability wasn't a thing back then?
That was in the thing till Gen 5.
I wouldn't know. I went straight into BDSM. So, were you able to get speed boost then in Gen 3?
I think Ninjask had it. It's kind of pointless. He's already freaking fast.
Uh,
Yeah, this guy's
I mean,
better
for
not
for
be critical
Blaziken,
hits.
it's great because
Something interesting, if I did need it, the Mystic Water can boost water moves by 10%. It only costs 1,000 coins per corner. That expensive. Guy's looking quite difficult.
interesting.
Still outspeeding on -1. Try it again. Looks like I would have to be at an incredibly high level for it to be a one-shot. Yeah, definitely got buffs to their special defense. What the? Why is the base stat still showing over my stats? Oh. Maybe I should do an Aurora Beam? Oh, it outspeeds? Oh, I guess I don't outspeed the Hitmonlee.
Oh man, I don't like Aurora Beam when this late in the game.
For this fight. I mean, I'm close to winning. Problem's the Hitmonlee. Having withdraw would be helpful right now. I have nothing to stop on.
I wonder what the point of withdrawal has been this whole run.
I've never used it. Maybe I should not have saved in here. Well, I can just black out. Be be Rain Dance.
Does Rain Dance give an extra 50%?
Do some math real quick. Okay, let's see. Well, 64 times 4 to round down to 27 by B base power surf. Special attack 167 by 137 special defense. Divide by 50 plus 2. The tab and dance. A rain dance surf would do 116 to 137, so would be our range. And again, it might do good on the Hitmonlee. It's the exact same. It'd be a range on this thing too. Maybe if I had the Mystic Water as well. I'm gonna take the 137 and I'm gonna give it a 10% boost. That would be 128 to 150. That's a much better range. Alright, I'm gonna need to black out.
But what if your Rattata wins?
Yeah, I don't think so. The AI isn't stupid.
There's a chance my Bruno would have just spammed Fissure.
That is true. I'm gonna go get the Mystic Wall. Rain Dance is where the TM for Rage is. Avoid these guys. Look at Ditto. That thing was holding a metal powder. What that?
Oh, that's funny. I never really thought about that. Fishing for held items.
It's especially helpful in this game because, like, if you wanted the black belt to boost fighting moves by 10%, the only way to get it is to use Thief on a select few.
I was more or less thinking it was funny because there's a route on the right side of the map that has Chansey, and the Chansey has Lucky Egg.
And in Gen 2 it does, yeah. Here, there.
I swore it was Gen 1. Oh, well, no, two. I'm stupid. There's no held items in Gen 1.
One's the Safari Zone.
Yeah.
Then again, there was no Lucky Egg in Gen 1.
I was thinking of the remake. Gen 2 remake, I think. I did it at some point.
I think there is chance. There are chances 14 and look, 500 coins. I'm already done.
What a flex. I had to buy substitute for wheezing. I haven't done the time, but I think it's like 7 minutes or whatever, just straight buying coins.
Oh dang. What should I teach?
I had to. I absolutely had to. Wheezing is awful.
How much is the TM for Ice Beam? I got 4,000 coins. It would be 80,000 Poké Dollars. If I have to do a ton of biker grinding, I might be able to get that much. 80,000. I think I'll because I really don't want to get rid of Protect.
Why?
I don't know, because really worried there might be a really hard Pokemon to take down, and I might think of using Toxic strats. I guess I can always reteach. Have Game Hook. Just get rid of Protect for now. guess the bright side, I'm slightly higher leveled for Lorelei.
Did you have to use any elixirs for Bruno?
I didn't use one yet, luckily. That was actually more difficult than Lorelei. Never thought I'd see the day where Surf puts a Cloyster in heal range. Up and water absorb. Okay. Yeah, I can do that too.
Surf was the only move I could use on my HM only run. Cloyster resisted everything else.
Hit the dang thing. I'm really upset she did that switch. I'm gonna need to try again. That was really unlucky.
Your reset counter reset.
Oh, I pressed 0. Fix it, hold on.
No, it's fine.
I think it was at, just say 15. Doesn't really matter. I don't track resets anyway. I think I should probably use burn to use.
So, why are you using Rain Dance?
Thinking of rain dancing and surfing the slow bro, but I realize that's not gonna work because it has amnesia. At a higher level, how am I still in here? What is that?
That's supposed to be a return.
Wait,
What? It still lived. Wow.
just really lucky last. I think maybe I was just so lucky. First, then surf. Man, it'd be nice to have hidden power grass right now. Apple prevents Slowbro from healing. Oh, and the hail stopped. Alright, it looks like that Jinx is a range.
Ouch.
This is my final range. Actually, I'm close to leveling up. I'll level up to 6, then 6. Give me an X or something. I'll set up a rain dance on the Onyx, and hopefully the rain dance lasts. Alright, this is a range. Alright, that's good. And that thing still outspeeds. Oh, nice. It sends out Machamp before Onyx.
Yeah, it's been doing that the whole time.
Just didn't notice. It's good, because if it sent out Onyx next, Dance would have ran it. This seems like the good strat for Bruno. Maybe we can move. One Elixir and one Max. Got PP up. Full restore? I think I did. I did. Okay, outspeed. I could go for Toxic. Kill it. But no. We have a Pecha Berry for this fight.
I never had to worry about Toxic. That's interesting.
Hold on, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I got Toxic anyway. Right, equip Pecha Berry. Last one. I get 2 of them. For Koga and 1 for Agatha if I need it. If I can kill Gengar quickly, then there's no need for it. I have an idea. I'll use a rain dance. Hopefully it toxics turn one. If not, that's fine. And then I can just spam surf. Oh no, intimidate. 2-1. Without rain? Well, that was easier than I thought. That
I
fight was
I actually
basically
thought that
free.
was gonna be hard.
Fight was literally free, all thanks to a Petraberry. The Mystic again.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't even actually use it technically.
Sometimes she might use Toxic turn one. That's what the Petraberry's for. Right. I can use my one elixir. Save the max elixir for the champion. What am I gonna do about his Gyarados? Super Beam won't be bad.
I was gonna say the only thing that really, oh, Hyper Beam it looks like does more than Dragon Rage.
But I'm gonna have to use an Aurora Beam first and then 3 returns. Maybe this fight I should use for spare. Would help. Oh my god, that did more damage.
Well, Aurora Beam isn't resisted; it's one times effective because flying is weak to it.
I often forget. I mean, a return is more powerful than a stab Aurora Beam, so that's why I thought that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that thing outspeeds me by 3. Just go for Ancient. That's pathetic. Good thing this isn't Gen 4 where Ancient Power is special. Hopefully the Aurora Beams are strong enough. That'll definitely kill the Dragonite. I was worried it wouldn't. It's got a special defense of 157. Alright, Max Elixir. Yeah, the hardest Elite Four member was actually Bruno. And I guess a bit of Lorelei too.
Interestingly enough, I think it was for Primeape too.
What to do here? Gotta be careful. It's got Sand Attack and Feather Dance, not Sand Attack and Whirlwind.
Sand Attack. Wow.
Sand Attack back. Like, he went to the move reminder and just Sand Attack. You've got to be kidding. One hit. It's a range. It's like a bad one, too. I think I outspeed everything. Egg Bomb a normal move?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll probably go for Giga Drain. Damage. It's like during the special split, it got more special attack. Special defense is quite. Yeah, I outspeed the.
Ouch.
I wonder if on one of those Pokemon I can get a free Rain Dance. Oh, you. Well, maybe this thing. A scary face. That would not be good. Be not on that thing.
Oh, sleep.
Really bad level. Really bad level.
Ooh. Roar beam's only 90.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would it
No, it's
would it
a.
be alright if I just hacked in a few rare candies?
Nope.
Oh, so you want me to leave the league?
It looks like you're just gonna have to luck your way through. Like I did with wheezing.
Probably, yeah. So, looks like that's a range on Pidgeot. That's good news at least. See if this is a range. Let me do some math.
I mean, if I were you, I would have just done Blizzard.
Might do that if Aurora Beam is not. Times 65 times 177 divided by
I mean,
89.
when you're contemplate grinding, I mean, I'll take the inaccurate move.
1.5 times 2. 175 to 207. Yeah, I think Blizzard's the better bet. Just reset. Aurora Beam would need a high roll to kill. Maybe it'll be a one. I think it will be a one hit on. Makes it better. I think Blizzard was the better bet.
Here we go.
Return does not kill it in one hit. Maybe it's a range. Figure it out.
I mean, the last
Gotta
one was
do more
pretty
math.
low.
Yeah, but still good to check. I think it is a max power return. It's an 87 divided by 73 by 50 plus 2. 130 to 154. Yeah, that's a range. It is a range. It's a 50-50 chance. About this. Blizzard. Oh, nice. 2 blizzards. Well, 1 blizzard. And I think the final thing is Charizard. I can just use Surf. So I'm gonna need to get lucky with the blizzards. I need 4 blizzards. I can only have one of them miss. It's a lot to ask for in this game. No. And I just reset my reset counter.
Whatever.
The reset counter button is on my numeric keypad, and I press it when using the calculator. Okay, I'm hitting them. 50-50, come on. That works. No one. Yes. Ooh, nice level 2. That must mean I win by default, right? Done. 159.43. Or 44.
Oh, you don't pause your timer?
I actually do. I kind of do what Scott does, except he doesn't use a program. I just let the timer run. I'll go in the video player, and I'll frame count it. I'll find the exact frame. The text A defeats A shows up, and I just use...
Oh. You
Use the
skipped that
pause,
screen
but
pretty fast.
Yeah, that Elite Four was quite tricky, but I didn't have to be a high level. I think maybe the better answer: save the PPs on Blizzard.
Yeah, it's just so frail.
Now, maybe we can use this part for reflections on our run. I think you already did yours though, didn't you?
Well, for the most part, my run was quite easy. There's just a few things to touch up on. That move choice, I could use that fourth slot for anything. I
Only 3 moves.
Yeah, I just don't need Tri Attack. I used it for I think Alakazam only, and to be honest, Blizzard or Surf would have done just as much.
See, I think what I can do is I had to grind a bit for Surge. I had to do a bit of a grind for what's the other level 5, uh, Elite 4. So maybe before Surge, I can like fight extra to get to 20. And, 5, maybe I'll just fight some Pico because I needed to grind like 5 levels, I think. And then
Yeah,
before the Elite 4, like the minimum level is entered at level 66. 65, I was able to get past Lorelei. So I think the minimum would be 65, but all of my rare candy me there. I don't think I have to do a single biker grind.
yeah, you could probably just add in all the Blaine trainers like I did.
That would probably be a better idea. And get to 66, which is a bit safer. The Alicus is a Aerodactyl, like I
And
wasn't able
since
to outspeed.
since you didn't need Protect, you probably could have had Water Pulse and Surf, so you can get through all of Blaine's trainers without even having to go back and heal.
Protect was just pointless.
Yeah.
I think I could probably. I don't know if this would beat Chimecho's time. Chimecho didn't need a biker grind either. But I'm not sure. It had to be in the league at level 59. This has to be 66. I think it would be pretty close.
Hmm.
Because Chimecho had to do a grind to level 14 for Brock.
I think the key thing that would save me the most time is just doing things correctly and then also rare candying before any big battle.
I think maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll rare candy before Surge instead, and maybe a bit before, and then train before Rival 5. Then I'll fight the trainers in Blaine's gym to make up for the lost rare candies.
I never like rare candying early in the game. I think you could just add in extra optional trainers instead.
But I think that just about sums things up.
Yeah. I'm curious. We'll probably cut this end part. I mean, the whatever optional or audio we use will probably be up for debate. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be using large portions of it, but I'll pick pieces out. But anyways, I think yeah, I don't know. Maybe having both second runs wouldn't be a bad idea to see just how much of an improvement you can be made. Because like for me, I'll probably knock off 12 minutes. For you, you probably knock off more than 20, right?
Good chat, and we can do slow bro next week.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go now.
All right.